multiply your practice productivity with video. Now, over this past weekend, while getting ready for one of my best friend's weddings, I had a few extra minutes, so I thought I'd do something a little different, a little fun. What did I do? What I did was, I recently bugged and tapped into the practices of nearly every highly competitive tennis player known to man. True, it was tricky at first, but it finally worked. Why am I whispering? Well, it's some serious stuff. You can get locked up for this. Now, since I couldn't type out everything from all 1,659,756 players and coaches word for word, I summarized what I saw the most frequently and that was having the most impact. Check it out. Now, after going through over 1 million entries, this is what showed up across the board more than anything else. The dysfunctional coach-to-player correspondence. Now, this might not be exactly you here, but I believe this is a summarization or a great example of what you could be feeling and many other tennis players could be feeling across the board. It goes a little something like this. Hey, you've got to stay on your toes. You're being flat-footed out there. No, I'm not. I'm on my toes. Look. See? But you're not. That's why you're late on so many of your shots. Coach, I can feel it. I know I'm doing it right. I know I am. Hey, I'm looking right at you. If you're not going to listen to me, I'm going to stop right now because that's not getting us anywhere. Well, I guess we're done because I'm doing it right. Sound familiar? Thought it was just you? Not at all. This sort of coach-to-player difference in opinion happens all the time. This CDCPC, or common dysfunctional coach-to-player correspondence, is one of the things that tends to cause some of the biggest snags in a workout and can even cause a potentially great career to come to a screaming halt. Why? It just wastes too much time. I mean, clearly, the coach has the better view in this situation. But that doesn't seem to clear anything up, obviously. So, that being said, why does this happen? Where does this come from? Why do we players have such a problem listening? Well, here is the unfortunate truth. We as tennis players tend to hold one or both of the following beliefs. Number one is the detrimental desire. What exactly is detrimental desire? No, it's not some upcoming soap opera or reality show. It's the feeling we get when we believe we can do no wrong. Ever. Now true, this can generate confidence for a tennis player. But when it gets out of control and you actually expect to do no wrong, ever, that's when it becomes a real problem. Because hey, perfection, and even more so, consistent perfection, doesn't exist. And will never exist. So, if you believe this, you'll be operating and playing under a false sense of reality. You'll be in Wonderland, La La Land, or Neverland. Either way, it's not good for you. Now, believe it or not, this element, though negative, many times stems from something good. Something great, actually. The intense desire to get better. I mean, and who wouldn't want that, right? The extreme sense of drive and determination? Everyone would. But there's a problem. The problem is, when we're in that mode, we tend to see any type of needed correction, like, hey bud, you're flat-footed, you need to get on your toes. Or hey, you're late, you need to take your racket back sooner. Or your forehand doesn't have as much impact as you need. You're going to get crushed out there. Any of those corrections or tweaks are seen as weaknesses to us and possible delays in our ultimate progress or goal, winning. You know what? It's almost embarrassing in a lot of aspects. I mean, because who wouldn't, right? Now look, I know what's going through your head. You know, you're saying, hey, I want this and I want it bad. Why would I be out here wasting my time doing the wrong things? That makes no sense whatsoever. I'm supposed to be on my toes. I know that. Therefore, I am. You know, I'm supposed to get ready soon as the racket hits the ball on my opponent's side, as I call the crack and go technique. I'm doing that. You know, you need to hit your balls with topspin or over-exaggerated topspin. I'm doing that. Well, not all the time you're not. I understand that you want to get better and you want to win. But sometimes you have to keep your ears open while you're doing it. Because, like I said, we're humans. We're not perfect. Far from it. All right? Problematic belief number 2. Superhuman, or what some like to call double vision. You see, we tend to have the idea that we're some kind of superhuman type player that has eyes that are double-sided, as if we can look outwards towards the ball and our opponent while simultaneously looking backwards towards ourselves to make sure we're doing everything right. Crazy, right? True, impossible, but we still subconsciously believe it. Now, whether you have one or both of these beliefs, it will simply do you no good. Okay, so you need to get out of it ASAP. So, what's the answer? What's the solution? What can be the be-all and end-all to solve this problem once and for all? Video. Yeah, bring out the camera to your next practice. A lot of the big pros do. Sharapova, Federer, Roddick, Hewitt, Serena, the list goes on and on and on. Now, in case you're wondering, no, it does not need to be some $3,000 Super Sony HD camera with a zoom so strong you can see the moon. No. A simple mini recorder from your local department store like Walmart and Best Buy will more than do the job. Yeah, just use the same old camera that you use to take those thousands of digital photos when you're out having fun. A lot of them now you can use to shoot video with. Now, a great example of one of these is the Mustec DV526L camcorder with digital player / voice recorder. Now, it sounds like a big heavy-duty camera. No, it just has a big name. But it'll more than do the job like I said before. Okay, another great camera is the Kodak ZI-8. Okay, I don't have it on here. It's a newer, updated camera. It can shoot HD. It can shoot in 720p all the way up to 1080p. That's right, those Blu-ray movies that you have at home, same thing. And it's only $99. Sometimes you can even get it cheaper than that. I got mine for $69 because you know I'm a bargain hunter. You can either use a tripod for an extra steady view, or you can ask your hitting buddy to lend you a hand if you're looking to get more of a mobile type of shot. Something great for those hard to get angles. Now, some of you might be saying, okay, get a camera. Why? By doing this, bringing a video camera out to your practice session, you're taking the opinions, the guessing games, and the guesswork out of the entire equation. No more arguing, no more going back and forth with your coach. You get all the right answers with indisputable evidence. Okay? If you're standing up like a stork and you're not getting down, the cam will show you, plain and simple. If you tend to get a little flat-footed and sloppy on some shots, the camera will show you. And hey, it's not just the negative stuff. If you're doing a phenomenal job on some other aspects, it'll show you that too. Bottom line, this will save you a ton of time and make your practice sessions 10 times as productive. You'll know exactly what parts of your game that are weak and need tweaking, and what parts are solid enough to do some real damage as they are. Okay? There will be no opinion, only fact to deal with. And you know what they say? The camera never lies. Well, unless you're trying to look smaller, because you know they say the camera does add 10 pounds. Other than that, you're great. Alright guys, like I always say, thanks for watching. If you have a comment or a question about this video here, leave it in the box below. For more tennis tips, tricks, and strategies, visit tennismindcamp.com/blog. And for 19 hours of kick butt tennis secrets that'll crush your losing streak and have your winning tennis matches like crazy, visit the page below at tennismindcamp.com/course.html. All right, have a good one.